parchment is it's not paper. It's an animal skin product, and being an animal skin product, it's got features that you can see. So it's got two distinct sides. So what's called the flesh side and the grain side. So the flesh side is what's internal to the animal, and the grain side is what's external to the animal. And in this case, the parchment has been written on the flesh side, so which is why it's whiter. But you can also see tool marks. So parchment, the skins are treated with lime and then dried under tension and scraped. And in this case, we can see some of the marks of the workmanship of the parchment maker. So there are three primary species that were used in the manufacture of parchment, which is calf, sheep and goat. And just recently it's become possible to conclusively identify the animal species with very, very micro sampling. So instead of DNA, what they look for is the ratios of the different amino acids in the collagen. Look, maybe it will give us some information about what was going on in Runnymede in the 13th century. And look, the people who are doing this research at York have definitely been building up bodies of information about just this kind of thing. And what they like about documentary parchment is that they can take a sample that will give them an animal that also has a place and a date. The ink that you normally find on parchment is called it's called iron gall ink. So it's a combination of sort of an iron, often from things like rusty nails, and a tannin. And the tannin was historically sourced from galls on oak trees, and galls were little swellings caused by wasp larvae. The reason that it is specific for parchment is because it etches the surface slightly, so it bites in. So parchment, it's not absorbent like paper, so the ink doesn't soak in and become fixed. But the combination of iron gall ink and parchment is amazingly stable and durable, as long as the environmental conditions are right. So far more enduring than modern books and modern documents by any stretch of the imagination. Now we're down to sort of a much more comfortable terrain for all of us, which is we're going to do an in-depth condition report of the current state of it, and from there develop a proposal from where to go forward, and that so as far as conservation treatment goes, and then after that we'll be looking at working closely with some case designers and of course the Parliament House team to design a new display case for it to go back on the floor so everyone can see it. Well, we were just in the middle of the condition report, and I was sort of peeking under the end of the top end of the Magna Carta, the top edge, to get a sense of how big the repairs were on the back, and we found an inscription. So previously unrecorded inscription. It definitely has the date in October 1297 and refers to Edward I, so it's very exciting.